Hey, what's up everybody? We actually have a package from T-Demand that came in yesterday. This is actually something I got from Shinigami Auto. They ordered it from T-Demand for me, and it's coming in from Japan. These are actually upgraded car parts for me, so it should actually be my rear suspension mods. I don't know if it does or does not include my coilovers. Let's open it up to see. And got my pro arms, so that's the rear upper control arm. And that should be all the arms that are coming with the kit. The upper control arm, the rear upper control arm, then you have the traction arms. These are the rear upper control arms here. There does seem to be a false bottom, so there are layers to this. There's the rear upper control arms, and my traction arms should be located right underneath. This is really, really well packed. I expect nothing less from, well, I don't know, the top line Japanese companies. So I'm actually currently unpacking the rest. That's the false bottom that came in. I'm lining up the traction arms, toe arms, upper control arms. You can say hi to my cat Mikan. Hey Mikan Tros. Yes, I named him Tangerine Boy. I have no regrets. Really, really well packed. Or tightly packed. And these are all the T-Demand parts. I honestly can't wait for the coilovers. Shinigami coilovers I'm going to be getting in. So Shinigami Auto is one of the US based distributors for T-Demand, and now they're going to become a wholesaler for them, as well as for their own coilovers. They're actually moving on to become a wholesale distributor for multiple motorsports brands. And as you can see, here is the lineup of the upper control arms, toe arms, traction arms, camber arms, in no particular order. I do plan on saving the paper that came with them. I kind of do want to undo the bubble wrap and open these up, so you guys can see that beautiful T-Demand orange. As you can see, these are the actual parts in that beautiful T-Demand orange. I wish I had a higher capture setting so you guys could see the full color the way I see it. Kinda don't have the best lighting right now, but they're absolutely beautiful parts. You can see they're really well built and actually super lightweight compared to the original. My SPL lock nuts should work to lock my suspension in place. Overall, just beautiful, beautiful parts. And they should be close enough in spec to fit a rear drop knuckle from Parts Shop Max. Because I'd like to do that so the dual calipers are built into the drop knuckle. If not, I'll get FDF Race Shop dual caliper brackets instead, or Parts Shop Max, whichever. I'm probably going to use Parts Shop Max for drift angle kit. And actually, it is designed, aesthetically is very similar to the T-Demand parts. So, should actually fit really well. Except it's going to be more of a copperish, pale copperish design, / darker golden brown kind of gold, copperish kind of color. I don't know how to describe it. Whereas these T-Demand are a beautiful metallic orange. And then I'm just waiting on my Shinigami coilovers. I do have to check my headlights to see how those came in. And yes, I am petting his back right above his tail. He's like that ever since he was a kitten. I've never really understood why. He has also grown to being pet behind the ears. And if you're wondering why I'm barefoot, I'm typically barefoot inside my house. I don't like wearing shoes inside the house. I think it's actually really bad for your feet. I think it actually brings in a lot of fungus. but also like I just think it like tracks dirt. I don't know, multiple reasons why I don't wear shoes inside the house. And it's not just because I'm a weeb. Like there's an actual science to it. I don't want to get the house dirty and I don't want to get fungus. Especially considering my dad wears the shoes inside the house. And he gets a really bad fungus. I'm like, genetics. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting these into my Z. And we'll see where we go from there. But also, free kitty cuteness. I'm gonna debate you with my cat. Imagine if it turns out my cat was a mechanic. I'm joking. No, he's my cat, so probably. He already loves the T-Demand parts as he's cuddling with them. Trying to mark them with his scent. Dude, they're going in my car. Come on, Macon. Yeah, whatever. I'll let you cuddle with it. Cuteness points. Am I right? Hey, what's up everybody? This is twitch.tv/VenomousNinetails. And today we're going to be showing you something really, really cool I've been waiting on for a while. This is part of my, building a Twitch streamer's dream car series, or one of my dream cars. And obviously you guys know, one of my dream cars is a 370Z, and the other one's a GTR. So this is part of my 370Z build. It's for my car Ayame. Kind of like a Shinigami sort of Reaper theme, kind of a little bit of a Demon Anya theme. Going for a Kanoichi vibe with my car. Anyway, I know it is not going to be a Nitasha. Nitasha Ganayo. So, let's begin, shall we? Got my knife. Okay, I got my trusty knife here. I'm obviously not cutting correctly. Okay, so this should be able to go in a clean slicing motion. Okay, there we go. I wanted to unbox this slowly so you guys can hear the tape tear. I also realized I haven't used my Ken Onion knife sharpener in a while, so there is that. Shinigami coilovers are made by Fortune Auto, and they make some pretty badass coilovers. I got a true rear set, and I have the control arms, the tow arms, the traction arms, the top, upper rear control arms. So here are the wrenches that they include. You actually do need these, by the way, to adjust the coilovers. By the way, shout out to Sam from Shinigami Auto for putting together a custom coilover over for me. They're now becoming more of a wholesaler. Hit them up if you want custom Shinigami coilovers, or if you're interested in becoming a dealer. Technically, there's a couple motorsports places I should ask if they want to stock as coilovers. They're really tightly wrapped. So let's take a look at one of these bad boys and see what we got. They are valved to where I could lower my car as much or as little as I want. I plan on keeping it above the 21 inch from the to the center of the headlights. So there will be that. Okay, you can instantly tell this is one of the rear coilovers. They're really heavy duty. It has a Shinigami logo right here. These are 38K Swift springs, so this is going to be real nice and stiff. So what I want is the ability to stiffen up my car on the fly using this little valve here, or to soften it on the fly. And I want really stiff 38K springs because, well, I want my car to be able to, both street and track. And obviously, I have to, well, the only place I know of where they'll certify a tune for a turbo is going to be in San Diego. So there's going to be that. But the coilovers are coming in from NorCal. Okay, so let's take a look at the other coilovers here. I want to show you guys one of the front ones. So the 2-hole ones go in the rear, and 3-hole ones go in the front. You actually do have to take off the front strip brace from the engine bay in order to mount these. Well, technically you don't. We have to like take out the screws that are going through it, because that's actually where the mounting holes are, which is like why I think like Chris had his re-drilled, if I'm not mistaken. Plus he's also putting a GTR engine in there, so he has like the perfect excuse to. Okay, I see what they did here. They put the, and you use these to adjust your ride height, by the way, and use this to adjust your compression. So you can see like they put the rear coilovers on the outer edges, which I'm fine with. Like, there's no way I'd ever complain about that. And then, so the inner ones are probably going to be the front coilovers. By the way, they are beautiful coilovers. There's nothing like this. These are actually really going to help me for bumpy roads too. I'm tired of like getting that stupid bounce on my car whenever I hit a bump. I have to brake really, really hard for those. So having stiffer coilovers set to a lower setting would kind of help with that. And if I ever get a chance to put like air pistons on here, you bet I will. Okay, this is actually rather nice. So these are actually the front coilovers, and they come with these, I think, for like the brake lines and wheel speed sensors. So that's actually really nice. And you can tell that these are actually the front ones because they have this little ring with the bushing in it. And those are typically the ones that go in the front. You could put it into your lower control arm or a drift angle kit. And then you see the 3 prongs they have. So that's actually going to go in like that. Is actually going to go in like that. And Fortune, you can see it says Fortune Auto, like actually painted on there. And it has a Shinigami logo slapped on there. So Fortune Auto does the manufacture. They're contracted by Shinigami Auto to make their coilovers for them. So they're essentially custom Fortune Auto coilovers, but they're made to like T-demand, which is going to be my rear suspension, and 326 power specs. So that is actually going to be really good since I'm using the T-demand rear, and I plan on going with the Parts Shop Max front drift angle kit. I still have to get the drift angle kit in. That's also why, okay, so the body shop is going to be swapping out my hood, putting in the CSF radiator, all that good stuff. I'm asking them to do the wiring because you have to splice the actual sensor to the plug from a Z33, which is 350Z, to the Z34, which is a 370 and 400Z. This actually doesn't need all that much. I don't need to use a knife on this one. I could just, I don't have to cut the tape. That's nice. So then, I do believe Fortune Auto does offer like air pistons for their 500 series. So since Fortune Auto makes Shinigami coilovers, I'm probably gonna buy that from them. But here's a look at the other one. They're beautiful coilovers, and I can't tell what shade of green this is. It's like between a camo, olive drab, and an electric green. But it's perfect for like the ogre or the Oni mask that goes with the Shinigami logo. So just beautifully aesthetically matched. and these are gonna go into my 370Z. You know, the black one with like the, well, I only have one Z, but the purple side skirts and purple rear bumper. I'm going to be getting in an, what's it called, veil side, front bumper and performance hood, which should actually help keep my temps lower. And then we're gonna go back to this, because this little Ziploc bag is not just gonna have the wrenches, it's also gonna have the manual. Or it's a certificate of authenticity from Fortune Auto. And it does have like the little, like, it does a, I think this is a sticker from like Shinigami Auto. So yeah, that's actually pretty, yeah, it's a sticker. That's actually pretty cool. And I have like a true rear kit, 38K springs, front 80K, front valve and rear profile, 80K, upgraded springs, yeah. Yeah, this is actually gonna be nice. So I'm just looking at like the little add-ons that they can add, but just the upgraded springs for now. I'm gonna see if Fortune 500 sells like their air pistons individually. Like, okay, here's my thing. This is for both street and track use. That's the goal. Or at least you can do both, or at least you can do a little, like, I'm not actually gonna street race it, but like, that's the setup I'm going for. Like a real Tokyo Drift style setup, even though I'm a 370 and not a 350 guy. I'm not dissing the 350, just I personally own the 370. So, they're beautiful coilovers. Give Sam a call. You can probably find, I'll probably link his Instagram down in the description, as well as the Shinigami Auto website. And after I order the air pistons, I might hit them up for a seamless tank. Anyway, this is part of my build. This has been twitch.tv/VenomousNinetails. Quality of these is top notch, and I can't wait to put them in my Z. Lates.